Hey everybody, welcome back to Leosophy. This is the July edition of Mental Diets. It's been quite a hiatus, but I'm going to jump right in. So in terms of books, I usually read a fiction and a nonfiction, but I'm on a nonfiction bender that's probably not going to end for a while. But the two I'm reading right now, well, I've actually really just finished this one, is Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. And, he's somebody that I was familiar with from childhood, but dismissed because it just seemed like Oprah voodoo for the masses. And I do mean that in a smarmy, snobby way because I was wrong, and that was my incorrect assertion. It's actually been really great read, and I do recommend it tremendously. So, yeah, it's kind of like, theism for normies, but I have literally no complaints though, like nothing negative to say about it. It's been a good book, especially for being stressed out about the future and fixated on, insert bad thing from the past. So it's really good. And then the other one, which is a lot more thought provoking and difficult for me, is The Kingdom of God is Within You by Leo Tolstoy. I like Tolstoy's other works. I was highly recommended to read this, and I started it, and it's been challenging. Because I've grown up with a mindset that I think most people on here would echo, which is kind of a might shites on the back of reason kind of mindset. And this has just been very interesting because it's completely at odds with my view regarding that. And like I've been just every time I read it, I start thinking of these scenarios where I'm like, could that be resolved without any violence? And so it's been interesting. It's also made me way, way, way more interested in Quakers. I'm falling down a Quaker rabbit hole and an Amish rabbit hole. I've grown up around Mennonites my whole life, but I've never thought about the nonviolent element of their ideology. So that's what I got for books. As far as music goes, I have been listening to a lot of what's called dark country, and a lot of instrumental. Yeah, I'm trying to think of something more specific. Der Freischütz, been listening to that a lot. Mozart in general, Rondo alla Turca. That's a personal favorite right now for whatever reason. Les Claypool. That's been really good. Yeah, Beelzebub is My Name and Satori. Two really, really good ones. They absolutely slap. So that's what I got on the musical front. In terms of kid shows, like family, in other words, Bluey and then the Mitchells versus the Machines. That's really good for like the whole family. Bluey doubly so if you got like a preschool or an infant, but just cute, comfy type stuff. Very wholesome too, like in a good way. It doesn't, seem infected, if that makes sense. So there's that. In terms of standard television, not a lot to report. I mean, I'm looking forward to what they do in the shadows, but that's not really what I would call a mental diet worthy nomination. I like the show. That's the reason. But been rewatching Frasier a lot. Been rewatching Seinfeld a lot, and there's obvious things in them, but man, far better than most things that are being churned out at present. And lastly, we come to film. This one's kind of a no-brainer. It's really like the bone that they throw to people who have wrong think, and that's The Northman. I mean, come on. It doesn't even need to be brought up as to why. But that's all. Like, share, subscribe, keep asking questions. Bye.